We're continuing with our excerpts from Kara's call this week. This is the book 1999, and we have a downloadable audio as well as our thumb drive. The downloadable audio you can also download for $9.99. Jim was hurting, not so much for himself, but for Kara. When she first said she was called, he went along with that. He let her preach. She wasn't that good at it. He offered suggestions. She didn't receive them too well, but now this. Now she was called the pastor, although the facts were plain. Why, just standing in front of an audience gave her a panic attack. Called to be a pastor. Indeed, he just needed wisdom to let her down easily. Jim tried to imagine Kara attempting to pastor someone like Sandra, her sister, and he laughed out loud. The only thing that prevented him from just telling her, the only thing, was what his wife had said to him that night, that if he crushed their daughter, she would never speak to him again. Of course, she hadn't meant it, but Jim couldn't get the words out of his mouth. So because he couldn't think of anything to say to Kara that would not crush her, he hadn't spoken to her at all for about 3 weeks. What he needed was for Karen to be on his side. That might not be easy. She would likely bring up how good Kara was on Sunday school and how she saw a minimum of 15 adults every Friday night that came to the fellowship meeting. That was another thing. Up until now, he hadn't really thought that much about what it was Kara did on Friday night. The more he considered it, the more he realized she must not really be leading the group. It would be impossible, not with her phobias. Still, if she wasn't leading the group, then who was? It wasn't as if he was looking for ammunition to talk to his wife, nor was it exactly true that Jim was trying to eavesdrop. Well, it would be accurate to say that up until now, he never used his office to study during the fellowship meeting. This didn't mean he couldn't be there while the meeting was taking place. Part of the original agreement was that he could use his basement office if he wanted to. Further, he really did need to study for his morning message.